The international break, a good stop in the midway through the season to distract from your club's poor form, or an unwelcome halt as your club tries to reach the top of the league, or is in great fine fettle. Yeah, whether you or not you like or dislike the international break, it is upon us, and some of the big teams out there, top level, top league teams, won't play again until early April. Before we get into Scotland and England's chances in the international break, and we talk about what this could mean for them in the future and the Euros and their World Cup qualifying groups and stuff, please do smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. Thank you very much. I made a video when the World Cup qualifying groups got announced in mid-December last year. I summed up all the chances of Scotland, England, Wales and Northern Ireland, the 4 home nations, and yeah, only time will tell over this next week or two whether I was right or probably, let's face it, wrong. But yeah, the World Cup qualifiers start this week, and it is for the World Cup that is due to be played in Qatar in 2022. It is not a summer World Cup like normal, not summer for us anyway, it'll be summer in other parts of the world, but yeah, it will be a winter World Cup for us. It is in December of 2022, so yeah, we are about a year and 9 months away from when the World Cup is due to start, and yeah, qualifying is to start this very week. Let's all hope that the home nations can qualify. I'd love to see as many of the home nation countries in it as we can, and yeah, if you want to find more information about the home nations chances in the groups, all the home nations, then go back and watch my other video of when the World Cup groups got announced. I will leave a link to it down below, but today I'm going to be exclusively talking about Scotland and England. Anyway, I cannot make an England and Scotland international video where I sum up the chances of both teams with just having Scottish stuff in my backdrop. As much as I love Scottish football, I am English and will support England when they play Scotland, but any other time I will support Scotland. But if they're playing England, I'm sorry Scottish people, I have to support my home country. Most of the footballing stuff that you see in the backdrop of my videos here, we've got a Scottish ball, we've got the Scotland badge, and hang on, just wait right there. We've also got, who remembers this? Only true fans of the channel will remember when I built the new camp. This is also from FOCO, and it was them that I had to turn to when I told them I was making a Scotland and England video, and they've sent me something that I can update on the backdrop, and yeah, finally have something to represent where I come from. The product that you see on screen just now is what I'm going to be building today, and yeah, I'm going to use it as part of my backdrop for videos going forward, especially when I'm talking about England. In the future, there's going to be a lot of videos, I imagine, coming out in the summer around the Euros. So yeah, I needed something English to whack on my backdrop. But yeah, we will be speaking about Scotland and England in this video. But yeah, FOCO have been great. They actually have some amazing products on their website. I've already shown you a few of the ones that are on my backdrop, as well as the one that's on screen just now. They also have stadiums from around the world, like I showed you the Camp Nou that I built back last summer in the first lockdown. I absolutely love doing that, and I would love to do another stadium eventually one day. But yeah, they have some amazing products on there, and they are all officially licensed as well, so you know you're only getting the best. The first link in the description box below will be to their website, the second will be to their Instagram, so go and give them a follow, let them know I sent you. But yeah, check out their website, they have an amazing range of stuff on there. But yeah, today I'm going to be building this England official merchandise ball for my backdrop in my studio here. So yeah, please do check out FOCO. They've got some great products on there. They've been good to sponsor my channel on a few of my videos now. So yes, please do check them out. And look at that, I'm all done. I've gone through the instructions. I've built what needs to be built, and look at this. Yeah, FOCO really do have some of the best stuff. It's nice just to do something different, creative, test my IQ on where all the little pieces go. But a little bit different from these two. These are made from card and paper. This one is plastic, and so is the stadium, the Camp Nou stadium. That's plastic building bricks kind of thing. So yeah, these are absolutely class. Please do check them out. Look, I can now have, let's just balance that. That's balanced, and so is my perspective on the England and Scotland internationals. Now, in the last video I did give England a good chance of qualifying from the group, and in the next 3 games we have San Marino at home, Albania away, and Poland at home as well. Now, I'm not sure what's happening with a lot of the games that are due to be played home and away, like the whole spectrum of football in Europe at the moment is a bit strange. I guess teams are going to have to play in different countries due to quarantine laws and stuff. My view on it is that all the qualifications should just be in one camp, like right at the end of the season or something, or just find a way to, you know, get all the teams together in a bubble and just play the games like within a month or 3 weeks or whatever. I think that would be a much better thing to do nowadays, just with like the whole global situation. Let me know your thoughts on that below. I also think it with the Champions League as well. I think now we're in the quarters, and the Europa League too. Like now we're in the quarters, just make it one-off games and just do it in a training camp somewhere. But no, the teams are still going to be flying away like to different corners of Europe, despite all the stuff that's going on. Yes, it can be done safely through private jets and bubbles and stuff like that. But why take the risk? Like, just seems strange. But yeah, anyway. England have got to play San Marino, Albania and Poland. The hardest game in there is obviously the Polish game. That is on Wednesday the 31st of March, so right at the end of the month in like a week or two's time. And yeah, the man to watch out for there, of course, will be Lewandowski. They've got a good team, Poland, and they're our biggest rivals in that group, I'd say. But yeah, San Marino and Albania are two like big 6-pointers. You want to get some goal difference on the board as well, get the confidence up. Jesse Lingard's back in the squad. Let's see if he can grab himself a goal. Played well in the last World Cup. Let's see if he can help us qualify for this one. Now, here's a strange story to come out of the England camp during this international break. Quite unprecedented in a way, but yeah, Jude Bellingham, of course, of Borussia Dortmund, due to get into the squad, but he would have had to face a 14-day quarantine period, as anyone would coming from Germany to England at the moment with like the rules and stuff. But I believe that he's been given an exemption and he will be able to come into the England squad without having to quarantine. So yeah, you know, these are just the strange times that we live in and the weird things that you kind of have to think about these days when it comes to international football. Which, you know, the fact that we're making these exemptions and stuff, and I know the vaccine's going well and COVID's going down in this country, not so much abroad, but yeah, maybe, like I say, there should just be a camp of international football at the end of the season. I'm not sure. And anyway, yes, on to Scotland. Now, we spoke about England getting their like hardest game out of the way later on in this international break, the Poland game, where they've got San Marino and Albania before. Scotland's is very much tipped on its head. They've got probably their hardest game right at the front. They've got to play Austria on the 25th. That is 3 days time from the day that I'm recording this, on Monday the 22nd of March. Yeah, they've got Austria. Austria obviously a very good side, and they are the ones that, you know, when I said that Scotland had a chance to qualify in my last video, there were some fans out there, I think Austrians themselves, or maybe just football fans in general, who said Austria shouldn't be sniffed at. They are a very good side who can cause Scotland some problems. And while yes, I do agree, there are certainly harder teams that Scotland could have drawn in that pot than Austria and Denmark, who are the two that are above them in the pots, in the draws, in the rankings and stuff like that. But yeah, Denmark and Austria are the two hardest teams that they'll have to play in this group. And yeah, I think you could have asked for harder trips. And look, if Scotland can beat Austria in that first game, that sets them up fantastically well to qualify for the 2022 World Cup. They've obviously qualified for the Euros. Will they get into the World Cup? Let me know your comments below. Next up for them will be Israel. Israel, you know, should be beaten by Scotland. I think Scotland should be beating Israel when they play them. They've played each other a lot recently. They obviously played each other in the Euro knockout, the playoffs there, just like a few months ago, and Scotland obviously got the better of them just. But yeah, like, Israel are a good side. They have had some good players in the past. You look at Ben Ayoun and Tal Ben Haim back in the day in the Prem, and more recently, you know, Nir Biton from Celtic, as well as a few others who have played in the SPL who are obviously from Israel. So, you know, they're a good side, but really Scotland should be beating them, I think, especially with, you know, Shea Adams coming into the squad and other players that they have. And look at Robbo and Tierney. Scotland have got some really good players who, you know, on paper should be beating teams like this. And their last game, the day that England are playing Poland, Scotland will be playing the Faroe Islands. Of course, not too far away from Scotland. The Faroe Islands just up north there, away from like the Shetland Islands and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, there have been occasions in the past where home nations teams have really underperformed against the San Marinos, against the Faroe Islands, against the Andorras of the world. But like, in this modern world, you've just got to put these, like, sweep these teams aside and like score some goals and, you know, bring some confidence to the team. It's going to be big for these attacking players. Like, I think we saw, you know, through the Euro qualification stages, especially those like knockout stages, I guess like the games against Serbia and stuff, Scotland looked good for a clean sheet. they look good for, you know, scraping, like nicking a goal and then hanging on. They obviously didn't quite hang on against Serbia, although they probably should have done. They ended up winning on pens. It was a low-scoring game, of course, but you'd love to see Scotland in these games against like the Faroe Islands and stuff. Just go out and win 8-0. Bring some, you know, some pride back to the country, and yeah, show everyone that they're not just like a good defensive unit that can be set up and organised well. Go out there, score some goals, be creative, be attacking, and do Scotland proud. Do let me know what your thoughts are on England and Scotland and whether they'll qualify for the 2022 World Cup. This is the first qualifying rounds of the 2022 World Cup. Obviously, a lot of the international chatter at the moment is about the Euros, which is coming up in the summer. But yeah, this is the first step to Qatar for a lot of these teams. So yeah, do let me know what you think below. Also, do let me know your thoughts on when England plays Scotland in the Euros. I cannot wait for that. I'll be doing more Euros content closer to the time, but just thought I'd make this video today about the World Cup qualification and what that means for the two nations. Please do remember to hit that like button as well, and subscribe if you're new. We're getting close to 20k subs, and you're not going to want to miss out on all the football content I've got coming up, matches and all that kind of stuff as well. Do also check out FOCO. They have got so much good football products on their website, so many good football products on their website that like will be great if you've got like birthdays coming up or whatever. They're great gifts. And also like the stadiums, I can't recommend enough. Honestly, when I built the new camp, I had the best couple of days. It took a few days. These ones are a little bit quicker to build if you like I haven't got as much time or whatever, but they literally have so much stuff in there. They've got snoods that you can wear when it's a bit colder. They got masks on there. They literally have a whole host of products, and they're the first link in the description box below. They support my channel, and yeah, please do check them out and follow them on Instagram as well. I will leave that below too. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll leave some videos around my head as ever so you can keep watching my content. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.